We had a great first week in the middle school. It feels like it was a long week, but it was a great week. Your kids might be very tired. I know our educators are. It's been a real highlight for me this morning as kids come in, starting on Tuesday morning with the new kids and continuing the rest of the week, just watching them connect. And our kids who've been here before, they see their friends, they run up, there's often some squealing involved, and then they go off and they're playing and they're doing something and they're just so happy to see each other. And on Tuesday with our new kids, there was a lot of confident new kids, and there were some that were a little more hesitant. So as they would walk by, I'd say good morning, and then some would slow a little bit, and I'd say, oh, do you know where you're going? Can I help you? And in true middle schooler fashion, they would say, no, and they would sort of continue to walk, but even slower. And then I would say, well, are you sure? I might be able to help you. And then they would reluctantly admit that they don't know where they're going. But what's been interesting is as we get through to Thursday and Friday morning, actually, those kids are now coming in just as confident as the other kids. And they're coming in off the buses with the friend they've made and the person they've met. And it's really cool how quickly those connections form for our kids. And that's what the first few weeks of middle school is all about. It's about feeling safe and connected. We know that we perform best in life, whether it's as a parent, as an employee, or as a student, when we feel connected and safe. And so that's why we spend so much time at the start of the year reinforcing that. We had an assembly Thursday morning with grades 7 and 8, where we walked through all of the things that we do as a community in order to connect, to feel safe and feel like we belong. One of the changes we made this year from last year is that as soon as a student arrives in the morning and sees that middle school building, there's no tech. In the past, they could be on their phones before school, before the Yonder pouch, before they put their phone in their Yonder pouch at 8. And this year we're saying, no, you know what? Our life is going to be better if there's no devices at all. And what we're seeing already is we're seeing kids in the morning talking, engaging, sitting at the tables chatting, running around and playing games. Whereas in the past, there was a lot more of that isolating behavior where kids were disengaging from the group and being on their device. So we're really excited to have that extended, that phone-free campus. And we rolled that out to students today in the assembly. And at the end of the assembly, I said to the students, we have a great middle school, and we really do. I feel so lucky to get to work here. But it's not a great school because of me. Though I am pretty powerful. It's not a great school because of their educators, though they are remarkable educators, but it's a great middle school because of all of the kids we have. And actually, those kids have a bigger influence on the way the middle school feels than any of the adults. And so my challenge to the kids was, what are you going to do this year to make this an amazing middle school? So that might be a good conversation starter for you to have with your kids this weekend. What are you going to do to make sure that grade 6 or grade 7 or grade 8 is an awesome place for everybody? Because we know that when we feel connected, it's a great place to be.